everybody. All right, guys, today we are talking about what kind of oils to cook with. All right. Cooking is obviously a part of your daily life, and if you're cooking, likely you're going to need oil at one point or another. So let's start with what oils to stay away from. All right. Number one on the list of oils to stay away from would definitely be margarine. Okay. Margarine is a no-no. It's very bad. And actually, if you look at the molecular makeup of margarine, it's one molecule away from being plastic. So your body is not a trash can, and it's not meant to digest plastic, or anything close to it. All right, so definitely stay away from margarine. It's not a good one. If you see stuff that says 99.9% fat-free, stay away from that. That goes for stuff like Smart Balance, Country Crock. I can't believe it's not butter. It's because it's not butter. Okay, stay away from those things. You know, they're not pure, they're not natural, they have crazy chemical ingredients in them, and they're not doing your body any good, okay? So rather opt for whole, pure, natural ingredients. All right, so margarine is a no-go, all right? The other oils that you want to stay away from are oils that are genetically modified, and we talked a little bit about that before, but soybean oil is a big one that's on the GMO list, and canola oil. We will talk more about canola oil because canola oil can be good if you get an organic, non-genetically modified version of it. Okay, so those are ones to stay away from. Obviously, you want to limit butter. Butter's not completely a bad thing because if it's pure, if it's natural, if it's from grass-fed organic cows, then butter is okay in a little dose. It still has fat, still has calories, still has saturated fat, but you know, it's all right. Peanut oil is not a good one. Stay away from peanut oil because, again, peanuts are something that they're genetically modified, and so their oil is genetically modified. So you don't want to be real heavy on the peanut oil, okay? So those are the top three that I'd say stay away from, okay? But let's talk about the ones you should be using, all right? The thing with oil is they all have different smoke points. Okay, and when oil gets to a certain oils get to different smoke points, then that smoke turns into carcinogens. So certain oils you can't heat past a certain point. So you can take a perfectly good oil, and if you heat it past a certain point, then it becomes bad for you. It sounds confusing, but really it's not. Okay, so we're going to talk about different oils and what you should be using them for. Let's say you need to make something on a really high heat, such as frying. Not that you're going to be doing a whole lot of that because that's not the healthiest thing in the world, but if you're going to be frying something, you need to use an oil that can handle high heat, that doesn't break into its smoke point at a low level, okay? So I'm going to post a document that shows you the different categories of oils and which ones to use for what, but I'd say for that one, probably the easiest one to get would be canola oil. But again, canola oil, if you're going to use it, it needs to be organic and non-GMO. Okay, some other options that do really well at a high heat are safflower oil and sunflower oil. All right, so those are your high heat oils. Okay, then after that, you want an oil that's really good for baking, for sauteing, and for that one, I would personally recommend either coconut oil or, you can see that, or grapeseed oil. Okay, these are really good for baking, and these are really good for sauteing and pan frying. Okay, and the reason why is because they can still handle a good amount of heat. They're not going to reach their smoke point under a good amount of heat. So these are really healthy oils for you. Coconut oil is my personal favorite. It doesn't really have a coconut flavor, and you can use it for so many things. I could write a book on all the things that coconut oil is good for. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, it's good for your teeth, it's good for your body. It's good for your immune system. It's good raw. It's good cooked. I actually replaced butter in a lot of my recipes with coconut oil. So coconut oil is the bomb, and you can get a big thing of it like this on Amazon for super cheap, like 20 bucks. So coconut oil to me is the way to go, but grapeseed oil is really nice. These have very mild flavors, not a heavy flavor on them. So those are the ones I use the most in my house, and those are the ones I would recommend. But what about olive oil? Okay, olive oil and a lot of the other those rich fruity oils, those are really good oils for you only if you don't heat them too hot. Okay, if you get them too hot, then all that good stuff in them turns into bad stuff. Okay, so if you're going to use olive oil, you want to keep it at a low heat or no heat. All right, olive oil, raw olive oil is so good for you. So if you're going to use it in salads, salad dressings, or in sauces, this is the way to go. Olive oil has so many great properties in it. So I highly recommend olive oil. I use it in my salad dressings. I use it for drizzling on pasta sauces and stuff like that. So olive oil is good as long as you don't heat it too high, okay? And there's also, there in that list, you're going to see a lot of other really good oils and their different uses. So find the ones that you like the most and be sure to incorporate those in your clean eating, okay? And comment below. I want to hear, what is your favorite oil? What is the one that you like to use the most? And maybe something that you learned today about oil that you didn't know before, okay? So happy cooking, guys. Talk to you soon.